Half a again, and hello, it's Fo. Welcome back to Turbine City. Last time we'd got our Sarah Trail, our nature reserve, up to level 5. We're just going to finish off where we left off last time, adding a few more things to make it feel complete. Gonna add a few more sets of toilets, do them in pairs. It's just these little sort of classic outhouse buildings. It's better than people fertilising the park. We'll leave that to our park maintenance guys to take care of the park. So make sure we've got plenty of these spread out. Pretty much it. We've got all our park life stuff done. If we could get all our campus DLC stuff done, that'd be great. Give the grant, try and get it to level up. We can raise the ticket price a little bit, maybe up to 25. Get more people coming in to see the games. I think the team have got better because the price has gone up. Pretty sure that's how it works. Doesn't make much sense, but there you go. We've still got plenty zoned, so we can let them go until we get our desire back up again. Get that demand going. Wow, 14 new students. We've done very well this year. Ah well, we'll let it ride. All these new people that are moving in, they're going to need higher education somewhere. Got a touch of demand for commercial, so we'll get a little bit zoned across the road where we're going to have commercial anyway. And we can extend our residential as well just a bit. Get some in along this main road along the bottom where we know we're not going to extend out any further. They're living on the city limits, as it were. All zoned properly. Give them their full 4 squares. And we can fill in this area once our demand gets back up. This last little square in this corner. And we can work our way back up towards the river. So I've let it run until we've got a decent demand for both commercial and residential. Population's almost up at 440, so I'm going to fill in this entire sort of square. We've still got houses filling in along the back, so bear that in mind. Don't want to overzone, but we do want to sort of get this little bit done, get this all zoned. Sure we get a good chunk of commercial in and have the edges sort of filled out with residential. Work our way in. We can have all light residential on the bottom section here. And patches of commercial in the middle. Guys covered. Also means plenty of new workers for all these shops we're going to get in here. It is in the far corner, so I hope the industry is able to deliver over here with no problem. Could always get direct highway connections for them later down the road if they're struggling with deliveries. See how it plays out. So we'll get more residential in here. get some more commercial up towards the main road. Make sure we've got the demand sort of balanced. We probably want to take commercial further up as well, where we're filling in the gaps along the rail and stuff like that. We're not going to have residential along there, so I think it's fair to have a little bit more residential in this corner. Then we can have commercial further up. Yeah, we've got enough to keep them covered in terms of shops. Get this last little bit done with some commercial. It's definitely enough shops. Whether it's relatively enough to cover the commercial demand, we'll see. Well, 67 is better than 14. We're going in the right direction, just really slowly. At least we're making the academic works fairly regularly. Some sort of saving grace. Population growth is good. We're on our way up to the 450. Just need to let all the guys come in here. Get this area all filled up. Yeah, we've got a commercial demand again. Could rezone a little bit of that, but we're gonna need commercial in, as I say, further up here. We've got the train lines. So we'll get some more small roads in. Maybe extend them to where we've got small roads across the way. Get some extra zoning in here, get some more shops in. Looks like our IT buildings are all coming in. Maybe was a good plan. The industrial's going through a period of all seeming okay. None of them are complaining about a lack of customers. So that maybe was the correct strategy. We'll keep our fingers crossed. It's not just a little gap in the problem. Certainly ominous. Haven't had much of a desire for industry for a while. It seems to be balanced at the moment. No one's complaining. These own these little bits next to the rail where they're expecting tiny little shops to come in. It's just to tidy it up. Let it ride again. Let them all come in. We've managed to hit the 450. Feels like we're pretty close. Got a few requests for extra death care. So we're going to get an extra cemetery in there. Do the same thing we did before and extend our small roads out. Get more shops in behind here as well. Kind of want to leave the area across the river free for just now until we level up our university. I want to leave plenty of space for all the lovely assets we're going to unlock there. We'll get all this bit zoned. And we can maybe consider purchasing another tile. We still have a few things that we can put in, like the cargo airport that has the train line. So maybe get that in, and that might provide an extra bit of leeway. extra customers for the industrial and goods on the way in for the commercial. If it becomes unbalanced again, that's maybe the first thing to do. And it's something that we unlocked quite a long time ago, so the city's probably been wanting it for a long time. Might be another reason for the imbalance. It's a bit of an awkward asset. But we'll let them go and see how they get on. Get a few extra service buildings in. Make sure we're not neglecting things. As we zone and try and fit these last 50,000 people in. Yeah, we have to wait until we've got a decent demand for things. So let them go for just now. We'll wait for the sunrise before we make our new purchase. So let it run until morning. It's gonna be easier for us to see what we're doing. I'm gonna buy this tile. I don't have any demand yet, but I'm gonna get this built in. This is a good area for it. It's a bit of an awkward asset, as I've said. You need to sort of wrap the roads around it. So I'll get a medium road coming up here, where I can take it up towards the train line. Because the asset itself is like an airport, but it has a train line that comes out of it. So you need to get the train line over the road that the asset is on. So I'm going to get up closer to the train line and then run a road right up here. Take it a little bit further and then we can maybe extend our large road out to chop it off. Then we can maybe extend that large road down the riverside later on. Let's see if we can move this pillar so we can get the road underneath the train track. There we go. We'll just chop the end of that road off. Then we're free to extend the large road round. We'll try and get in this asset. Let's see, let's try and find it. There we go, Cargo Airport Hub it's called. So we want to leave enough room for the train track to come out. Try and get it sort of halfway up. Should be plenty of room on either side. Just get a train track over it. See if it's covered by the water. No. So we'll get another water pipe in just to cover this. Maybe extend the zoning out a little bit to try and connect the power across, rather than having to use any underground cables or anything. Fill up this box and then delete this sort of square of ones. Hopefully that'll do the job. And some more buildings fill in. So there's a train line that comes out either side of the sort of main building. And that's how you connect up the trains and the air traffic to sort of supplement the cargo network. And as I say, hopefully this will help both parties. More customers for the industrial and more stock for the shops. Try and get it hooked up to the rail. Usually I have the roads closer to the hub itself, so when the rail comes out I'm going pretty much straight up and over a road. Similar like this end. I think we've come slightly too high with the placement. Yeah, we can't get a road straight out. We can use move it to maybe adjust it, slide it down a little bit. Move these nodes a little bit while we're here. Just a touch. Let's see if we can get a road out along the top. I think that should be enough clearance. Yeah, just enough. So we can make a sort of box around the hub itself. Here we go. Now we can maybe contain the noise with another IT cluster. That seemed to be the remedy for our industrials problems. Perhaps we had genuinely too many generic factories, not enough offices. It doesn't like connecting up over water, it's only going to let me connect up to the node in the middle of the bridge section. I'll do a bit of moving. Try and get this all tidied up. Sorry if you're on the console and this is making you jealous. But yeah, infinite wiggling to try and make the slopes less steep and the angles less sharp. But you can spend forever sort of wiggling things around, trying to make it perfect. At some point you've got to say, yeah, that's good enough. Sometimes when you see it from another angle, you can go back in and readjust it. I like to work sort of top down, but if you see it from another angle, a better angle sideways, sometimes you notice things are a bit wonky and you've got to adjust them. But yeah, move it is the best tool, 100% for the game. I don't think I could go back to not using it. Got some contenders for worst school placement ever. I do like to tuck them in against rails and next to noisy things. Give the students an extra challenge of working with distraction. Yeah, that's definitely a contender. Yeah, it's pretty noisy. Don't know how well the offices or the IT cluster buildings are going to absorb all that. We'll get our road network extended a bit. So we've got room for more zoning. Maybe get connected up to our turbine. It's like a test of how straight our roads are. I guess there's no way for me to know how straight the turbines were when I placed them in the map, but I'll try and make them pretty straight. Looks slightly off. Guess there's only one way to find out. So I'll get another roundabout in, get it hooked up and upgraded, get it connected up to our junctions up there. Get the feeling it's going to be slightly off, but it'll be fine. It'll seem straight over a long distance, I'm sure, if you're not looking at it from a helicopter. Roads in. It's our best angle we can. Yeah, definitely not straight. Not too far off, but yeah, not quite there. I would like to get the airport in, like the international passenger airport. want to put it in the same place. I think I would rather put it across on the other side of the river, next to where the station is. Be better interconnectivity with all our public transport options. A few areas that could do with a park. Slot one in here. I think this is all commercial. No, it was houses. Oops. Oh well, I'm sure they'll be unhappy with us for a couple of cycles, but they'll forgive us. Might get our house in demand back up off the floor again. 181, that's pretty good. So we're getting there. The only way is up. Got another academic work on the go. Trophies, toga parties, they're doing the whole thing. Don't know, I would like to see traffic cones on the statues' heads and things, you know, reports of that sort of tomfoolery. More detailed reports of what they've been getting up to. But the academic works are pretty funny in themselves if you read the descriptions. So there's definitely work being put in. We'll go ahead and paint in our next IT cluster. Just around the edge here. Try and restrain the noise a little bit. Coming from here. And the balance seems alright just now between the commercial and the industrial. It stayed alright for quite a while, so I've got a bit of renewed hope. Still very suspicious that we don't have much of a demand, but maybe with this new asset we probably won't get one for a little while. When we do, we maybe want to have them come in with offices instead of more factories. And then if we find any of the shops starting to run out of goods, then we can maybe change it back. Maybe that'll generate us more of a need for industrial, so we can actually place down more factories. Make me a little bit more reassured that we're getting enough of everything placed in the city to keep it functioning all the way up to the 500,000. We're pretty close, so another 45,000 to go. So if the simulation itself can just behave and give us a reasonable balance of demand, we can just keep working our way along until we get there. Let it run. I really want to unlock this tile just so I can place the airport. And then we can maybe unlock one more, either one that takes us down to the seaside. Do that once we get these two sort of filled out. If we get up to the 500,000 first, before we get these two tiles filled out, then as part of this sort of aftermath, when I'm looking at different mods and things, maybe go in specifically and set up the harbour and the cargo harbour. Make a little sort of port area. I've never used the keys before, so I'm quite keen to use them to sort of even out the coast, the height of the terrain there. Because where I've done it before, it's just been that one's almost straighter. Yeah, where I've done it before, it's not been very even. We set up this area for the airport. Running out of time for the day, so get this pillar moved to get these roads connected. An eye up where we can place the airport. And we'll come back next time, get it popped in, get everything connected up. Until then, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one.